Yeah, good morning, all of you. So, today we are discussing about the resonance for today's class. So, I will discuss about the introduction of the resonance rules, and how to identify, how to determine the relative stability of the resonating structures, what are the conditions for the resonance, etc. So, we'll discuss these things in this class, right? Resonance resonance. Right. What is the resonance? What is the resonance? Resonance is a intramolecular force. Resonance is a intramolecular force. Intramolecular force. What is the intramolecular force? Within the molecule, the force will be performed within the molecules. No execution to the side molecules like that. So intramolecular force, this is the characteristics taking place within the molecule, right? Why generally resonance need to be takes place in a substance? What is the importance of the resonance, right? So resonance decreases the potential energy of a molecule. Resonance decreases the potential energy of a molecule. Once the potential energy decreases means stability increases. Potential energy decreases means stability increases. We know that potential energy is inversely proportional to stability. Inversely proportional to stability. So finally, what is the purpose of the resonance? Resonance increases the stability of a molecule, the species, whatever it may be. Next. So here we are writing the resonating structures for anything. For example, I am writing the resonance structures of a phenol. For example, phenol. In the phenol, what happens? Delocalization. It involves the electrons, a lone pair of electrons with the conjugated pi electrons. Then we will get different structures, 2, 3, 4, like that. Right. So these structures are called as the resonating structures. These structures are called as the resonating or canonical structures. These are called as the resonating or canonical structures. These resonating or canonical structures are imaginary structures. Imaginary structures means they do not exist in a real. They do not exist in the real. Therefore, these are hypothetical. These are hypothetical. Just we are imagining such a type of the delocalization taking place may occur like that. But what is the real structure existing is resonance hybrid. Resonance hybrid is the real structure which represent all the resonating or the canonical structures. But these resonance hybrid is the once it is a true structure or the real structure, it is impossible to represent a resonance hybrid on a two-dimensional flat. On a two-dimensional flat. The next point. The next point. Right. Okay. What happens during the resonance? What resonance involves? Resonance involves the delocalization. Resonance involves the delocalization of pi electrons and lone pair of electrons, etc. Delocalization of pi electrons and lone pair of electrons, etc. Right. Okay. Next point. Next, one more important point. Next point is very, very important that in resonance, resonant structures will be imaginary. We will imagine those resonating structures. These resonating structures must and should follow Lewis octet rule. The resonating structures must and should follow Lewis octet rule. So what is the meaning of that? For example, see, we are writing the resonating structures of a molecules which containing carbon as one of its constituent atom. Then carbon should surrounded with the 4 electrons only, 4 bonds only, because that is a tetravalence. Can be represented like this, but cannot represent like this. Cannot represent like this because carbon is a tetravalency, not a pentavalency. Similarly, you can write for the nitrogen is a trivalency. It cannot be pentavalency like oxygen, etc. So we need to check out whether the each and every atom of the molecule satisfy the octet rule. Means around it contains 8 electrons. Around it contains 8 electrons. Next. And yes, we are writing the resonating structures. Those are generally called as the contributing structures, which contribute the resonance. These contributing structures must be written in such a way that, for example, more electronegative atom, more electronegative atoms like nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, etc. More electronegative atom bears with the negative charge only. More electronegative atoms bears with the negative charge, as well as less electronegative atoms like carbon, silicon, etc. bears positive charge only. Positive charge only. For example, I can write a carbonyl compound. Here, the correct representation is like this only. The positive charge on carbon, negative charge on oxygen, because the oxygen is more electronegative atom. So therefore, negative charge is on the oxygen. But if I write one more structure like this, if I write like this, it doesn't make any sense because it is wrong. It leads to be destabilization because the positive charge and more electronegative atom leads to decrease the stability of a molecule. So you need to maintain this. Whenever you are writing the canonical structures, always the negative charge should present on the more electronegative atom. Positive charge, positive charge should present on the less electronegative atom or more electropositive atom. Right. Next point. Next point. Charge separation. Charge separation. Charge separation. In resonance, resonating structures possess low charge separation. Low charge separation because as charge separation increases, as charge separation increases, potential energy increases. Once potential energy increases, stability decreases. Stability decreases. So always the resonating structures which maintains a minimum charge separation is said to be stable resonating structures. Stable resonating structures. Right? Okay. For example, see here, I have a positive charge and I have a negative charge here over in a structure 1. In a structure 2, the positive charge and the negative charge. In the structure 3, positive charge and negative charge, like that. What happens? So from we are moving from up to down, we are moving from up to down. What happens here? The charge separation increases. Charge separation increases. Once the charge separation increases, potential energy increases. Therefore, stability decreases. Stability decreases. We will discuss some examples once we complete after all the points. Okay, right. So, must and should maintain low charge separation. Next, in resonance, the resonating structures means, for example, in resonance, like charges, like charges, like charges means same charges, same charges. Same charges or the like charges should not present, should not lease on adjacent atoms, on adjacent atoms. Should not, should not lease, should not lease on adjacent atoms. For example, one, two, three, four. Four carbon atoms are there. A carbon atom with positive charge and this carbon atom with positive charge. Both are the like charges, but somewhat distance is maintaining there. Coming to the case number 2 here, the positive charge on first carbon and the positive charge on the third carbon. And finally here, the positive charge between the first and the second cases. Now see here what happens. While we are moving down from top to bottom, what happens here? The like charges are separated by the 3 bonds. Like charges are separated by the 3 bonds, and in the like charges are separated by the 2 bonds, and the like charges are separated by the 1 bond. Now here what happens? We will face repulsive attractions. Repulsive attractions more in this case because the like charges are very near to each other. Relatively, I can write among these 1, 2, 3, which is more stable. 1 is more stable because here the like charges are maintaining a maximum distance. Therefore, from top to bottom, what happens here? Potential energy increases. Potential energy increases because repulsive attractions are increasing. As potential energy increases, stability decreases. Stability decreases. I can write this is most stable when compared to the this because it maintaining some distance even though like charges, right? So this is the point. These two are the very, very important points, right? Okay. Next point. Resonating stability resonating stability will be greater for resonating stability will be greater for equivalent resonating structures. Equivalent resonating structures. Okay. Resonating stability will be greater for the equivalent resonating structures. What is that? We will discuss with an example. Example. I can take a acetate ion or carboxylate ion, whatever it may be. CH3 C double bond O minus. If a resonance involves in this, then I can write the resonating structure CH3 C double bond O minus acetate ion. This is the resonating structure 1 and the resonating structures 2. Now see here, the resonating structure 1 is exactly looks like the resonating structure 2. Therefore, these are called equivalent resonating structures. Equivalent resonating structures. I can take one more example for the non-equivalent resonating structures. Right. For that, I can write this is a phenoxide ion. This is phenoxide ion. Phenoxide ion. Now, if you write the resonating structures, see. Then and finally, right. Now see here, structure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Structure 1 and 5, both the structures are the resemblance, look like same, right? When we are coming to the 2, 3, 4, these three structures look like same. This is one set of the structures, for example. These three are looks like same, and these two structures are second set of structures. Set of structures. See, in the first set of resonating structure, the negative charge present on the carbon atom. The second set of structures, the negative charge present on the oxygen. Therefore, these can called as non-equivalent resonating structures. So these are called as non-equivalent resonating structures. So therefore, which are more stable? Then acetate ion is more stable than the phenoxide ion. Acetate ion is more stable than the phenoxide ion. For this, why this is more stable? For that, we have two reasons. Reason one is in the acetate ion, it exhibits the equivalent resonating structures. And reason number two, in this here, negative charge is always present on the more electronegative atom. Negative charge is present on the more electronegative atom, but here sometimes the negative charge present on the oxygen, sometimes the negative charge present on the less electronegative carbon. So these are the two reasons for the more stability of the carboxylate ion. So here, this is the point. Always more equivalent is the next point. Most stable resonating structures. Most stable resonating structures. What are the most stable resonating structures? For example, equivalent resonating structures, which satisfy the octet rule, which having less charge separation, in which negative charge present on the electronegative atom. Like that, if we satisfy all these conditions, that is said to be a stable resonating structures. The stable resonating structures contribute a good resonance hybrid. Stable resonating structures contribute a stable resonance hybrid. If the resonance hybrid is stable, so then automatically what happens here? If it is more stable resonance hybrid, then it leads to maintain a minimum potential energy. Minimum potential energy. If it is a minimum potential energy means the maximum of life. Maximum of life. Maximum of life. These are all the conditions. If you can able to get the most stable resonating structures, so it will obtain a good resonance hybrid if it is the minimum potential energy, because the inverse relation, and maximum of life. Maximum of life. So these are the some conditions generally which the properties or the characteristics of the resonating structures. Resonating structures. Next. Possibility of resonance. Possibility of resonance. What are the possibilities of resonance? Means under which condition generally a resonance can occur? Under which condition generally resonance can occur? Right? We will discuss about the possibilities of resonance. A. A. Whenever a double bond, whenever a double bond is in conjugation, is in conjugation with with positive charge, with positive charge. Whenever a double bond comes in contact, which comes in conjugation with the positive charge, then there may be a possibility of the resonance. Example, the positive charge. Now see here, what happens? I can write like this. Now what happens here? The double bond transfers here. The positive charge occurs here. The first case. On the second case, what happens here? In this case, double bond transfer here and the positive charge occurs here. Now see here, we got the three resonating structures because the double bond is in conjugation with the positive charge. As much as the conjugation increases, as much as the resonating structures increases, as much as the resonating structures increases, the stability of the precursor increases. The stability of the precursor increases. Right. Next. This is the condition number 1. B. B. When a double bond is in conjugation with the negative charge, when a double bond comes in conjugation with the negative charge. Now write. I can take a aromatic compound. carbene ion, benzyl carbene ion. Now see here, the negative charge in conjugation with the double bond. So I can write number of resonating structures. I can write number of resonating structures CH2 minus like this. Like this. Like this. And finally, CH2 minus. Now see here, the negative charge, whenever the negative charge comes in conjugation with the double bond, we will get this such type of the resonating structures. As the resonance increases, stability increases. Always the resonance increases the stability, right? Okay. Next, C. Next, C. Double bond is in double bond is in conjugation with odd electron, nothing but free radical, nothing but free radical. See here, once I am taking example for one, it will exist for all. If you put positive charge here, okay. If you put a odd electron, that is also exist for all, because I am taking example. For example, in the previous case, I have taken the conjugated double bond, alkenes. Now here I have taken the aromatic compound. Then I will take the cyclic compounds. Once I taken one compound for the one species, one intermediate, that will apply for all. Right. For example, see here, I will take a cyclic compound, the free radical, which is in the free radical is in the conjugation with the alternate double bond, conjugation with the double bond. Now it exists the resonating structures like this, resonating structures like this. The case number 3, whenever the double bond is in conjugation with odd electron, odd electron, right? Next. Whenever the double bond is in conjugation with the lone pair, whenever the double bond is in conjugation with the lone pair, so there are so many examples that need to discuss. For example, phenol, aniline, like that. So it is having a lone pair of electrons. Oxygen having a lone pair of electrons. That lone pair involves in the delocalization, etc. That lone pair involves in the delocalization. What we discussed for the earlier example. Earlier example, right? Okay. This is the D, I think. D, double bond conjugation with the lone pair. Then double bond is in conjugation with the double bond. Double bond is in conjugation with the double bond. One double bond is in conjugation with the other double bond. I can take example as nitrobenzene. Nitrobenzene. So NO2 is electron withdrawing group. NO2 is electron withdrawing group. So now it yields a resonating structures like this. So double bond NO minus, and here the positive charge, and here the positive charge. Next transfer here, next transfers here, like that we will get the resonating structures. We will get the resonating structures. Okay, I will write resonating structures here. Now here the positive charge, double bond here, O minus, O. Then it comes here, the positive charge is dispersal, delocalization of the positive charge, delocalization of the positive charge, and finally, and finally, we will get the same molecule with the. And one more thing here, I need to mention a point that So during the resonance or the delocalization, what happens? There is no change in the arrangement of atoms. There is no change in the arrangement of atoms. Wherever the atom is there, there is no change in the positions of the atoms. That is nothing but the arrangement of atom. But we can observe a change in the arrangement of electrons occur. During the delocalization, arrangement of electrons can occur. Now see here. Now see here. The pi electrons are here in between the carbon and carbon. Now the pi electrons are transferring between the carbon nitrogen. So like that, what happens? The delocalization is taking place. During this, the arrangement of electrons is, there will be a change in the arrangement of electrons, but no change in the arrangement of atoms takes place. Right? So this is the case when a double bond comes in contact with the one more double bond, and one more, the last case is F, when a lone pair comes in conjugation with a positive charge. Lone pair comes in conjugation with the positive charge. For that, I can write CH3O CH2, CH3O CH2. Now, what happens here? Delocalization is taking place. CH3O double bond CH2, CH3O double bond CH2. So delocalization occurs among these two. Which is more stable resonating structures? Either one and two. We will discuss those things in the next session, means after this. So here, like this, there are nearly 6 to 7 possibilities of resonance, right? Okay. Next thing I want to explain is rules. Rules to determine the relative stability of resonating structures. Rules to determine the relative stability of resonating structures. What is the meaning of the relative stability of resonating structures? Means you have a set of resonating structures, means you have two or more than two resonating structures. Among those resonating structures, those existing resonating structures, which is the most stable? So that is the meaning of the relative stability. Relative stability. Stable among the existing, right? For that, I can write a point that since the starting we are discussing about that during the stability of the intermediates, etc., etc. Always, always uncharged species are the neutral species more stable than the charged species. Charged species. Always uncharged species is more stable than the charged species. But we have a exception. We have a exception. First, we will discuss about what are the exception to this statement. Then we will move forward. Exception. What is the exception? Right. This is the uncharged species. We are not observing any charge, either plus or the negative or the radical. No charge present on this. If these electrons are delocalized to uh, one of the atoms, because these two are the carbon atoms, right? Now it will get uncharged species, charged species. I can write this is less stable and this is more stable. How can you say that? Just now I mentioned that uncharged is more stable than the charged species, but now we are saying that charged species is more stable than the uncharged species. How can you write like this? Because that is called as the exception, right? That is generally called as the exception. Yeah. I will provide evidence for this. I will provide evidence for this, why this is more stable. Now see here, for example, if you focus on the cyclopentadiene anion, now here it contains the 6 pi electrons, 2 to 4, and a charge, negative charge is 2 electrons. Therefore, 6 pi electrons here, 6 pi electrons, and there is a delocalization. There is a delocalization. Delocalized 6 pi electrons, which follows Huckel's rule, Therefore, it is aromatic. Therefore, it is aromatic compound. Aromatic compound. Similarly, that will applicable for this. Here, there is a delocalization between the pi electrons and the positive charge. Pi electrons and the positive charge, and it will have the 2 pi electrons. It will have the 2 pi electrons. Also aromatic. This is aromatic. This is aromatic. The total molecule is aromatic. According to aromatic rule or the Huckel's rule, if any compound is aromatic in nature, that is considered as stable molecule. That is considered as stable molecule. So that is a reason for the more stability. This is more stable than this. This is not aromatic, non-aromatic, and this is aromatic. This is aromatic. So that is the reason. So that is the reason for the more stability of this compound than charged species than the uncharged species. This is the only exception, right? Later, aromaticity is the uh, key role. Aromaticity is the key role. Next. After the discussion of the exception, now we will move into the original situation, right? Uncharged is more stable than the charged species, right? So that is exceptional. Charged species, right? In the charged species, for example, you have two resonating structures. Both are carrying the charge. Both are carrying the charge. For example, CH3O, CH2 plus, the resonating structure CH3O double bond CH2 plus. In these two resonating structures, which is more stable? Right. I will write the point here. I will write the point here. The resonating structures with more covalent bonds. The resonating structures with more covalent bond, more stable in nature. More stable in nature. Now see here the structure 1 and structure 2. Structure 1 and structure 2. Among these two structures, it is containing the two covalent bonds. It is containing the three covalent bonds. Therefore, structure 2 is more stable in nature than structure 1. This is the more stable than this because on this point, more covalent bonds, more stable, right? Okay. Then, then sometimes what happens if number of covalent bonds are same. If the number of covalent bonds are same, then what happens? Then what happens? Just a minute. If number of covalent bonds are same, then check out octet. Check out octet of each other. Check out octet for each other, right? Then later, if all are octet, then you need to check for the charge separation. Charge separation should be the charge separation should be minimum. The charge separation should be minimum. After this point, you have to see that the charge is present on the atom. Negative charge present on less electronegative atom. Negative charge present on less electronegative atom, or positive charge present on more electronegative atom. If you find such case, then it makes the molecule least stable. It makes the molecule or the species or the resonating structure least stable. Negative charge on less electronegative atom, positive charge on more electronegative atom, right? So these are the things we have to observe whenever we are finding out or determining the stability of a uh, relative resonating structures. Relative resonating structures. So now we will discuss some example based on these issues. Based on these issues, right? Okay. First one. So example CH3 C double bond OH, CH3 C double bond OH. So that is the thing we are going to discuss about, right? So now first what happens here? Okay, I will write the resonating structure. CH3 CO minus plus OH plus OH. That is the first resonating structure. First resonating structure. Then I can write. So among these two, which is more stable resonating structure? Among these two, which is more stable resonating structures? I can write one more structure like this. CH3 CO minus double bond OH plus OH plus A B C. So among these three, give the relative stability. Give the relative stability. Right. Have a look. First, what is the point you have to follow? Uncharged. Uncharged is more stable than the charged. Uncharged is more stable than the charged. Now see among A, B, C, no charge present on A. Therefore, A is more stable. A is more stable. Then coming to the B and C. Coming to the B and C. Right. Now you have to see in the charge species. Now we have to see number of covalent bonds. Here only 3 bonds. Here 4 bonds. Therefore, C is more stable. C is more stable. And then finally B. This is the stability order. This is the stability order given. Given stability order. Right. You have to follow uncharged. Then in the charged. In the charged. Count down the number of covalent bonds. More covalent bonds, more stable. Therefore, C is more stable than B. Right. If the covalent bonds are same, then go for the octet, charge separation, etc. Then one more example. One more example. Right. Phenol. There are nearly 5 resonating structures exist for the the phenol. Among the 5, write on the stability order, which is more stable resonating structure. Right. So first I am writing the resonating structures. So transfer of lone pair of electrons. Transfer of lone pair of electrons. Then it gives double bond OH. The positive charge here and the negative charge here. Positive charge there, negative charge there. Then the distribution of the electrons takes place. The distribution of electrons takes place, and finally completed the resonance of phenol. Completed the resonance of phenol. Right. So these are the resonating structures of the phenol. Now tell me among these 5, I will give the numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 resonating structures. Give the stability order. First thing you have to see charged and uncharged. Charged and uncharged. Among the 5, first and fifth are uncharged. Therefore, stability order. Therefore, stability order 1 is equal to 5. 1 is equal to 5. Right. Now, charged species. Coming to the charged species. All are having the equal number of covalent bonds. First is over. In the charged species, first covalent bond, all are having the equal number of the covalent bonds. Same covalent bonds. Same covalent bond means then octet, that is also same. Octet is also same because see, if you check whenever you want, all are identical structures. All are identical structures. Only the delocalization of the electron is taking place. That's it. So therefore, number of covalent bonds are same. Octet is same for all the three structures. Then what is the factor influence? Charge separation. Charge separation. Charge separation. See here. In this, charge separation means here the charge separation is the two bonds. Here the charge separation is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bonds. The charge separation is 4 bonds, and here the charge separation is 1, 2 bonds. 1, 2 bonds. So this is the charge separation. For a stable resonating structure, the charge separation will be minimum. The charge separation will be minimum. If the charge separation increases, what happens? Potential energy increases, thereby stability decreases. Now see here, I can write among the resonating structures 2, 3, and 4. Here, more charge separation. More charge separation. Therefore, least stable. Here the charge separation is 2. The charge separation is 2 means 2 bonds separated by the 2 bonds. Therefore, I can write these are equally stable. These are equally stable. And which is the least stable? Structure 3 is the least stable due to the greater charge separation. Due to the greater charge separation. Right? Okay. Next. I will take vinyl chloride. One more example. CH2 double bond CHCl. Now write, then write. Right? CH2 resonating structure, delocalization of the electrons, CH2, CH double bond, Cl, positive charge, Cl, positive charge, and there may be chances of one more resonating structure, CH2, CHCl, positive charge, CH2Cl, positive charge. The three resonating structures exist: A, B, C. A, B, C. Obviously, first is the uncharged. Therefore, stability A is more stable. A is more stable than B and C. Now see among B and C, which is more stable? Charged species over two are the charged species. Count on the number of covalent bonds. Equal number of the covalent bonds. Once the covalent bonds are same, then go for the octet configuration. Octet configuration. Now it is octet configuration. 8 electrons, 6 to 8 electrons. This is octet. This is satisfying octet configuration, means around carbon tetravalency, and chlorine we have 2, 4 electrons, 2, 6 electrons to 8 electrons, octet configuration. Then coming here, not satisfying, no octet, for example. No octet here. Here electron deficient, only 6 electrons it contains. It is electron deficient, 6 electrons it contains. Right? Now here see, it is electron excess. Electron excess, more than 8 electrons it contains. Therefore, compound C is not following the Lewis octet rule. Therefore, among these two, B is more stable than C. B is more stable than C. Right? Like that, we can make many number of examples. We can make any number of examples. Right? One more last example. One more last example. So this is the story. The structure is given. Write down the resonance structure. Okay. Okay. Double bond OH plus. OH plus. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Which is more stable among these two? Which is more stable among these two? Charged species. Both are charged species. Both are charged species. Count down the number of covalent bonds. For example, see, everything is looks like same, but here see, around oxygen we have only 2 bonds, around oxygen 3 bonds. Therefore, more stable. Therefore, more stable species. More number of covalent bonds, more stable species. So like that, we can write many number. We can write many number. For example, CH2 minus C double bond OH, CH2 minus C double bond OH. Write down the resonance structure. Write down the resonance structure. Then CH2 double bond C O minus H. Structure 1, structure 2. Now tell me which is more stable among these two. Which is more stable among these two? Right? So which is more stable among these two? Both are the charged species. Right? Number of covalent bonds are same. Satisfying octet configuration. Satisfying octet configuration. Then tell me which is more stable. Now see here, in these two compounds, negative charge on less electronegative atom is less stable than the negative charge on more electronegative atom. Therefore, second structure is more stable than the first structure. So this is about the introduction of resonance. So in the next class, we will discuss about the classifications and how the resonance effect is somewhat superior than the inductive and hyperconjugation effect. Comparison studies between the resonance. The later we will discuss about the applications of the resonance, right? And this is very important topic. This is the resonance is the part of the heart of the organic chemistry, especially for the aromatic compounds. So right. Thank you.